Right. My this Omagba Metala. My subject, the subject matter I'm gonna quickly talk about is Osanyin. What is Osanyin? Osanyin is the Orisha of herbs, the one that caters to the herb. Excuse me, the herb kingdom. Does that make sense? The plant kingdoms, right? Yeah, I think herb is the dry aspect of dry aspect of dry plants, you know. So, but we're talking about plants here. So, in Yoruba cosmology, they always talk about the spiritual aspect is always about the unseen deities that caters to the physical things that we see, the unseen spirit that caters to the intangible things. Yeah, that now manifest into tangible things. So Yoruba people believe there are some deities that are responsible for this, that caters to things that they can't see, and that makes sense. So we're talking about different level of existence, like different dimensional rims, different rims or different dimensions. If those make sense. So Osanyin Energy caters to this area, you know. That's what they call the Orisha of herbs. Yeah, Osanyin, you know. Growing up, I've seen maybe one or two people that the Onishegun or Ologun, which they call the medicine man, that actually has some things that has to do with the statue that portrays Osanyin, you know. I never get the chance to get close to this statue, but in my area, there were some people that, at least one that I could remember, that had Osanyin as some kind of intercommunicational tools to get to the spirit world. Yeah, they like some kind of messengers, but Osanyin in reality is the Orisha of herbs, you know, the Babalawo, which is the father of secrets. People that actually practice herbology and other natural science in Yoruba society normally have this kind of communicational tools to ask the deities what kind of ailments or what needs to be done, what kind of stuff is happening to somebody, why is it so, and what needs to be done to bring balance to the human body or whatever is happening at that particular point in time. But Osanyin is just the Orisha of herbs, the one that caters to the plants kingdom and other kingdom as well. You know, no, not just the human and animal kingdom, but other kingdom, the spirits kingdom as well. Osanyin Orisha works in this way, kind of similar to what Eshu does for the deities in the human body that carries the message back and forth. You know, so Osanyin is this Orisha. And it's the same that we have in our bodily system as well, because we have how the organs and glands, everything works together. There are some deities inside the human body that caters to this area to make sure everything works together. It has to be communicational tools, yeah, for our body to work together. Like the way the nerve system relates in the human body, the way the nerve system communicate with each other to make sure the body is on optimal level, you know. So the nerve endings, you know, the nerve endings in the human body is kind of related to Osanyin as well, and how we choose the herbs or the plants to, like things that has to do with nervous system, they are caters in this area as well. So Osanyin dictates what type of plants we use to energize, to balance the energy in the human body. You know, so because health is you know, is priority, is number one goal. You know, in the ancient world they always say, man, know thyself, know yourself. You know, so when they say man, they're not just talking about men, but it's talking about everybody. You know, just to a man is. So you should know yourself, and that's the greatest science, the science of knowing self. On the physical level, that's just the science of knowing self. But when you know self now, you'll be able to recognize these orishas or deities or spirits or whatever you want to call it inside of you. They all reside inside of you, and how we can use plants to heal, to help to heal the body. You know, plants are there to help us to heal, you know, not necessarily healing us, but to help us to heal. The human mind is there to heal the body, you know. The human mind is always there, but the plant is being provided to us to help us speed up to get through the healing process, so that we can get well, you know. So yeah, so Osanyin is very important in the practice of Yoruba science, you know. Osanyin is very important. So that's just a quick information on Osanyin, you know, the Orisha, or the spirit or the deity of herbs, you know. So it's good to know about herbs. It's very, very important, you know, what to do with it or what not to do with it, when to take it or what not to take it, you know. It's very important. There are some that are quite nutritive, there's some that are quite medicinal, you know, just like you study everything, you know, you have to know herbs, you know. Ancient people rely on herbs and other science as well to elevate some ailment or things that bothers them, on a physiological level, on a spiritual level, psycho-spiritual level as well, on a metaphysical level, you know. They rely on herbalism, you know. Today we still do the same thing. So at least something very close to what the ancient ones have done. So that area is what the Osanyin Energy caters to, you know. So, but it's always you know, it's very important that we recognize all this energy inside all of us. They are always there, and they want to communicate with us. So, but they do communicate with us anyway, but are we listening? That's the key. Do we really listen to these internal orishas within, or we keep on trying to go outside and worship the external orishas, which normal majority of the time always leads to barrage of problems, you know. You don't want to start with little problems and end up with much more bigger ones that you might not even be able to handle. So being in tune with self is about recognizing internal orishas, and so that may lead to the study of all the plants around you, you know, and what these plants do or what they don't do, or how these plants actually work together, and how they communicate with human, you know. So Osanyin Energy caters to this area. This is Omagba Metala Ashe.